The boy who challenged Elon Musk. The auditorium was packed. It was one of those exclusive events where Elon Musk spoke about the future of humanity. Engineers, scientists, and technology enthusiasts filled every seat, eager to hear the words of the visionary who was shaping the world. The talk was already halfway through when Musk, in his calm and confident tone, opened it up for questions. It was always an anticipated moment, but also a challenge. Intelligent questions could yield compliments and fascinating reflections, while banal questions were answered briefly and objectively. In the middle of the audience, a little boy of about 10 years old raised his hand. His yellow t-shirt contrasted with the suits and formal clothes around him. His eyes shone with expectation, and his mother, standing next to him, seemed to hesitate before allowing him to continue. Musk noticed the boy and with a curious smile pointed to him. "Yes, you. What is your question?" The microphone was passed and the boy held it firmly. He took a deep breath and asked, "Mr. Musk, do you think humanity deserves to survive in the future?" The audience fell completely silent. A few nervous chuckles echoed, but quickly died down. This was not an easy question. It was a philosophical one, profound and unexpected, coming from such a young boy. Musk frowned for a moment. He was used to answering questions about space, renewable energy, and artificial intelligence. But this question was different. It required more than data and projections. It required reflection on human nature itself. He finally smiled and answered, "That's an incredible question. Deserve is a strong word. Humanity has done incredible things. We've created technologies, explored space, developed cures for diseases, but we've also caused wars, destroyed the environment, and created inequality. I think the question is not whether we deserve to survive, but whether we're willing to change to ensure that the future is worthy of our survival. What do you think?" The boy pursed his lips in thought. He looked around as if absorbing the energy of the audience and replied, "I think if we want to survive, we need to learn to take care of the planet and each other, not just explore other worlds. Otherwise, we'll take our problems to space, and it'll end up as bad as Earth." A murmur filled the audience. The boy's answer not only surprised everyone, but also resonated deeply. Musk crossed his arms and nodded, as if faced with a great truth. "You're right," he said. "If we want to colonize Mars, if we want to explore the cosmos, we need to solve our problems here first. We need to be better, more united." "That's a great lesson, and you expressed it brilliantly." The audience erupted in applause. Some stood and gave a standing ovation. The boy smiled shyly, while his mother wiped away a tear of pride. As he was leaving the event, journalists and curious onlookers approached the boy, asking him his name and his opinion on Musk's answer. He simply shrugged and said, "I just wanted to know if he had thought of that before." From that moment on, the boy's statement began to spread. Newspapers published articles with headlines such as, "The question that made Elon Musk think," and "The philosophy of a 10-year-old who conquered the world." Social networks were filled with debates. Some people applauded the boy's perspective, while others argued that technology could be the solution to Earth's problems. Days later, Musk himself mentioned the question in an interview with a major television channel. "It was one of the most profound questions I've ever received. It made me think about what we're really doing. Sometimes we focus so much on progress that we forget about purpose." The discussion took on even greater proportions when environmental activists and leading figures in science joined the debate. The boy, whose name was Theo, was invited for interviews. In one of them, they asked, "Do you think Elon Musk didn't have an answer to your question?" He smiled and replied, "I don't think he didn't have an answer. I think he already knew the answer. He just never stopped to think about it that way." Over time, Theo became an icon for a new generation of young people concerned about the future. He began speaking at events about climate change, social responsibility, and how small gestures can transform the world. The impact of that question continued to grow, inspiring millions of people. Ultimately, it was a reminder that the future does not depend only on technology and innovation, but also on awareness and responsibility. Because at the end of the day, it is not just about deserving the future, but about building it in a way that is dignified for everyone. Months have passed since the event that turned Theo into a minor celebrity. His question had been reproduced in various media outlets, and his reflection on the future of humanity sparked a global debate. But what no one expected was that Elon Musk himself would speak about the boy again, and in a surprising way. One morning, Theo and his mother received an email from SpaceX. The subject line was simply, "A special invitation for Theo." The boy's heart raced when he read the message. It was a personal invitation to visit the company's facilities and learn more about the projects for Mars. Musk wanted to talk to him. The trip to California happened quickly. When they arrived at SpaceX headquarters, Theo was impressed by the size of the facilities. Engineers were bustling around, rocket prototypes were on display, and screens showed simulations of the future Martian settlement. But nothing made him more anxious than the idea of meeting Musk again. As they entered a meeting room surrounded by panels showing images of space, Theo and his mother were greeted by Musk himself. He smiled and shook the boy's hand. "You know, Theo, your question has been on my mind. You've made me think in a way that few people can, and so I want to show you something." Musk pulled out a tablet and showed confidential images of a new project. Ethical terraforming. The idea was that before colonizing Mars, SpaceX and other companies would invest heavily in solutions for Earth: large-scale reforestation, carbon capture, and clean energy in underserved regions. "I've decided that it's not enough to just get humanity to Mars," Musk said. "If we don't learn to take care of our own planet, we won't be worthy of living on another. You helped me realize that." Theo looked at the images and then at Musk. "Does this mean you're going to stop planning for Mars?" Musk laughed. "No, not at all. But it means we're going to do it right. Before we expand to other worlds, we need to make sure our original home is protected. I want you to see what we're doing, and if you want, help inspire more people." The boy was silent for a few moments, feeling the weight of it. Then he smiled. "If I can help, I want to." From that day on, Theo became a symbol not only of questioning, but of action. He began working with scientists and activists, spreading the message that technology and consciousness should go hand in hand. His encounter with Musk proved that a simple question can change the course of history, and perhaps the fate of humanity. Because in the end, the future doesn't just belong to the visionaries, but also to those who dare to ask, "Are we ready to earn it?" And that was another one of those unusual celebrity stories. Like the video, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. Leave your opinion in the comments, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Join our channel group. I'll leave the link in the description and in the pinned comment. I'll leave it here and see you next time.